300. What's the deal? It's your folk Shaka. I wanted to share my thoughts with y'all real quick. So yeah, I wanted to talk about this Tamar, Braxton, and JR breakup. I will send a few inquiries about the situation, not too many, but I appreciate the inquiries that y'all send to this little video channel. We appreciate that a lot. But the few people that did send me messages just wanted to know what I thought about their breakup. Why did they break up? And so that is why I'm making the video today. I think it's one of two reasons, or both. The first reason, I think, is just because they kind of looked up and they seen that there was no more clout in this whole interracial savior game anymore. Okay? I would say. You know what I'm saying? Because for so long, black integrationless women, as well as some of the dudes out of guys like that dude JR's community, have been going on a campaign for quite some time, especially in these modern times, that the so-called black woman, she need to change. Okay? She need to drop her man and give some of these other dudes a chance. Okay? And for quite some time, in these modern times, in the age of social media and stuff like that, it was a popping thing. You know what I'm saying? But it was short-lived. Because back in reality, we realized we have got to see that it ain't really changed much. Okay? Also, in the average so-called black woman's reality, they're not running into dudes with the success, okay, like this guy JR, who this girl Tamar Braxton was dealing with. You know what I'm saying? On average, black women out here are running into the same or lesser, okay, dudes status-wise. And when it kind of come down to that, she ain't getting nothing better over the so-called black man. I mean, even if it didn't come down to that. But, that's a whole other story. But they kind of looked up and they kind of seen that they were not getting that praise like they wanted, because it kind of really looked like they were doing it for clout. You know what I'm saying? I was looking at some of the titles on their couples page, and they got titles like "We're Answering Our Fans' Deepest Questions," stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And when you kind of look at the personalities, especially when it comes to Tamar Braxton, it's like, this is definitely for some clout. Okay? That's just kind of like what it looked like to me, even at how they had it set up. You know what I'm saying? And so, they kind of realized that they weren't getting much out of it. I mean, at least her. You know what I'm saying? At least her, she probably had a higher standard, considering, you know what I'm saying, she did have a larger amount of fame than she does today. But, just moving on, for him, though, it probably meant a lot. You know what I'm saying? Despite it not popping off in social media like they probably wanted to, he won in that situation. You know what I'm saying? If this was the one and only case. Because, this dude has a lot more notoriety. You know what I'm saying? Even though he was successful, he's kind of on record to add to his resume that, yeah, I was dealing with one of the Braxtons. Okay? He could probably eat a little more off of that. And so, that would be the first reason. I think the second reason is because if it was, something of reality, I think it was because he was a transactional dude. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of those other dudes were or are. They're very external. You know, I caught a little clip on one of their videos where he was like, a man doesn't flash to show off to women, to impress them. He do it to show women that he's successful and secure. And so if that woman is dealing with him, she can rest assured, okay, that she won't have to come off of, you know, what she worked hard to get and things like that to fund the lifestyle that maybe both of them feel like she deserved to live. You know what I'm saying? And that's very common coming from dudes like him. Okay? Because see, that's how they play the game. They don't really play the game in a way where they are setting standards and expectations, okay, for the woman that they are going to stand on, because number one, it's going to see her as a better woman tomorrow, and number two, it's going to make her compatible within that situation. They don't play the game like that. I mean, even when you kind of look at his previous kids' mothers, and dudes like him, they oftentimes make a lot of bad mistakes with women, but they don't play the game like that. How they play the game is, you should be grateful that this dude, this successful dude, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if you let him tell it, considering how he be acting, one of the swaggiest dudes out here or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You need to be grateful for that. And you need to act accordingly. Okay? All right? This is how dudes like him function. They're external. But see, when you get a situation where you're no longer dealing with the no name, all right, baby mamas that he have, and you're dealing with somebody like Tamar Braxton, okay, that has notoriety, got a little something going on for herself, and she don't necessarily need and is desperate for things that you have that you believe should send a message to her that you're a man above all others. I mean, he's going to start to receive disrespect in the worst way. Okay? And he's going to be in a situation where, yeah, he is going to want to kind of retire her so that he can go heal somewhere. You did. And so that's just kind of like what I think. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this on the end note. If anything, it's a bad look for black integrationalist women, because I was also peeping her channel, especially their couple channel, and you got the black integrationalist women all in there. They praising and they this and they yada yada that. Well, the woman that y'all put up front that y'all was living through in those moments, I mean, she kind of had to do, okay? And now he's pulling up talking about, you know, he need to retire her so he can heal up. All right? And so that's just what it is. However, at the end of the day, though, the winner in the situation is still him. Yeah, he still won from the situation. Okay? Because, you know, this dude did kind of pull up with some success. And, you know, whether he was a sucker about how he played the game or not or whatever, like I told y'all, he has a little more notoriety that he could possibly eat a little more off of. All behind Tamar Braxton, okay? Giving that other man a chance, all right? It's 300.